Hey guys, Anthony from Go Industrial here. Today we're going to be going over the Graco Ultramax handheld, what the unit's good for, how to set it up, how to clean it up, and how to maintain it. So today we're going to need the unit, of course, dry rag, some pump armor, a clean bucket, and just a bucket with some water in it. So this unit's a great unit if you've got small jobs. If you're a DIYer and you're looking to tackle jobs around the house, it's an awesome unit for that. If you're a professional contractor and you don't want to prime 15-30 meters worth of hose, you're just looking to do some doors, touch-up work, cutting in window frames, that sort of stuff, awesome unit. It comes in 3 variants, so you've got the ultra corded, then you've got the 2 cordless variants, so you've got the Ultra and then the Ultra Max. So the main difference between the Ultra Max and the Ultra is that the Ultra Max is rated for solvents and also oil base. Performance-wise, there's no difference in the units, it's just for different applications. Units are great for standard architectural paints. If you're unsure what materials you can spray, feel free to contact us. Head to the website or look at the TDS in your packaging. So let's get into it. First thing you want to do when you're setting it up, pretty simple. So you just want to take off your cup, remove the lid, and fill your flex liner with some fluid. Put back on your lid, and when tightening this, you just want to make sure that there's not over tightened, but just a little bit of flex. You want to make sure that you have your filter on. This comes in 2 variants. You've got a 60 mesh and a 100 mesh. 60 mesh is great for all your standard paints, your standard acrylics and those sorts. And then your 100 mesh is great for your oils and your stains, your quite light paints or materials. So you just want to pop it on. The air cap goes where the writing is, and just lock it into place. Downs for prime. Towards the tip is for spray. So in prime mode, with the air cap up, and it's set to the lowest setting, you just want to squeeze the bag gently till all the air is gone, and you can see fluid coming back through the outlet cup there. Hold your trigger for prime, and while maintaining that pressure, close your cap. Now, you can turn it into spray, and with the tip reversed, check that you have spray. So after you've primed your paint through the unit, the next thing you're going to want to do is just with a test piece of cardboard, is just test to find that perfect spray pattern. So flip your tip into spray and just dial it in. Start at about 4-5 and just spray on a bit of cardboard till you have no dots, no tails either end, and you have that even spray pattern without pulsation. Depending on the viscosity of the material, you may need to increase this. If it's quite a thin material, it may be lower. If it's a thicker material, then you may have to go a little bit higher on the pressure setting. But spare bit of cardboard, do a couple test runs, find that perfect pattern that you're comfortable with, and then good to go. Cleaning up the unit, just as simple. Flick it into prime to alleviate the pressure. Make sure that you've adjusted it down to the lowest setting. Pop off the cup. Take off your filter. Filter in a bucket of water. Undo your cup. You're going to want to empty your cup contents back into your tin, so that way you're not wasting any paint. And then you're just going to want to clean all the harder paint that's sort of stuck around the edges here on these seals and in the bottom of the flex liner, just in your bucket of water. So give them a good rinse through until there's no paint there. And the same with your filter, same with your tip and guard. Just screw these off in your water bucket, and then make sure that all the paint that's sort of on those edges is removed. So tip and guard off like that, give them a clean up, put them aside. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to just want to prime the water through the unit until the water that's coming back is clear. It's really important that you flush the unit properly, because even though it might look lightly murky, there's still going to be paint on the inside, which can cause you headaches if you put the unit aside and something dries in there. Next thing you want to do is, again, just flush your water until it's clear. And then what you want to do is, after it's all clear, empty it out. Get your pump armor storage solution halfway in your cup. Fill it up with the pump armor solution in the prime, so that's down, upside down, and just hold it on your lowest setting. So you've primed that for about 10 seconds or so. You can take off the cup. Make sure you put the unit under a rag just to catch any spills, and pour your leftover pump armor solution back into your container. The good thing about the pump armor solution is that it doesn't take much and it's fairly reusable. So, you know, it'll only take a small amount, and then what's left back in the cup you can put in the unit. So underuse is just as dangerous as overuse. So if you're not going to be using the unit very often, you're going to want to, every month or so, just flush it out again, reprime the pump armor solution back through it. This is just because if something's sitting for a long amount of time, the pistons can dry up, the seals can dry up, and then when you go to use it again, 12 months, 6 months down the track, you know, it can seize, and that'll cause damage to your pump. So make sure that every month or so you just give it a flush. Make sure that you run it for just, you know, 10 seconds, prime it through, even with a bit of water, and then prime it back through with pump armor. Thanks for tuning in, guys.